Hey guys, how are you all there? This is a general introduction come structure analysis of KAS, and we hope to take you through a general structure of the exams that you are serious for. That is Kashmir Administrative Services, Kashmir Civil Services conducted by JKPSC. It is ought to be every year, but usually it is not. 2014 prelims has been. All aspirants over there, first of all, clear your minds. Clear your minds about the requirements, physical and mental. Many people think that this is a relatively difficult exam, but let me assure you, with proper and well guide, with proper guidance, channeled guidance, it will just be a cakewalk for serious aspirants. Believe in yourself and your sincere efforts. This will be the tagline. This will be the magic mantra. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be a bookworm to qualify this exam. Some say you require hard work, you require 12 hours a day for 6 months, for a year, but that's not the case. All you need is smart work. Considering the dearth of effective quality guidance, the lack of guidance, particularly in Kashmir and also for Jammu, if they do not move outside the state, this is an endeavor from us to lay a general platform to ease this process for aspirants. Today, in this video, we give you a general overview of the structure of the exam and the approach to be followed for the first stage, preliminary. We'll be covering the structure from preliminary to the personal interview stage, but this is mostly about the preliminary stage. First, you need to be clear about the exam structure. You need to be clear about the structure of the exam. It's a 3-stage process. You have a filtering process, that is the preliminary exams. The marks you score in preliminary exams gets you through and you become eligible for the mains exam. But these marks do not count in the final score. Then the second stage is your mains exams. You have to offer 2 optionals and the general studies. You have 2 and 3. You have some papers on general studies that covers your history, polity, and all that you studied prior to your 10th standard. Then the third stage is your personality interview. Earlier it used to carry a lot of marks, but now they have reduced it to just around 1/8 or 20%, 15% of the total score. Okay. As you can see, your optional counts for nearly 75% of the marks. That is, out of 450 in the preliminaries, you need to score at least, out of 450, 300, that is 75% comes from your optional background. Your optional may be the subject that you have your background in. Your optional can be if you are from a science background or engineering background, a medical student. Usually these people tend to go for humanities subjects like public administration, sociology, political science, and the like. Usually zoology is for students who have opted for zoology, who have a bachelor, masters, or bachelors in biology or a masters in zoology. Now the optional subject, the score is ranges from 250 to 300 if you need to qualify the exam. So you need to score at least 250 to 290 in your optional subject. And why is that? Because the general studies paper is very unpredictable for Kashmir Administrative Services. At times it's so easy that even a layman can score more than 80% of the marks, and at times it's so difficult that it's not actually difficult, it's very unpredictable. They can just give you questions from any handbook they find in the market. So the level of unpredictability in this exam is very high, so you have to rely heavily on your optional subjects. So the highly scoring subjects, as I already said, public administration, political science, zoology, sociology. Okay. Whole game boils down to your optional subject. Those who qualify score around 250 to 290 in the optional paper out of 300, that is 85%. And in GS, you need to score about 60 to 120 if you provided score well in your optional subject. That is roughly 50% of the marks. Now the strategy is you need to study for a general studies paper that covers your history, your polity, your geography, and your current affairs and GK. You need to study at least for 3 hours a day for 6 months. But obviously, if you do the basic mathematics 6 hours daily for 3 months. And your general studies, believe me, will be very, very strong. Then your optional, the time you take for your optional depends on many factors. Firstly, if it is a subject that you have a good knowledge about, you have a background in the same subject, that obviously it will be very less. But usually the people from science background and engineering students, they opt for humanities, so they need some time. For example, for public administration, if you are starting afresh, you need 3 months, 4 hours a day. Political science, 3 months, 3 hours a day. Sociology, 3 months, 2 hours a day. So seeing this, anyone can say, okay, we'll opt for sociology because it's least time consuming. But that's not the case, because this is just the preliminary stage. In mains, the game turns. Okay, the public administration supposedly is the most scoring subject, and sociology, because it's way too subjective, you don't score well. But sometimes it's the other way around. Now coming to the main part of this video, that is the book list. For GS, the book list will be Modern Indian History. You will have to go with Spectrum. There are many other books available for Modern Indian History. You have Bipin Chandra. You have books by many coaching centers in Delhi, Vajiram, Vision. But Spectrum, as they say, is the mother of all the books on modern history. Then Polity, Lakshmikant, there is no other book that covers the subject so comprehensively. You have Geography, GC Leong will cover your basics, and that is what is required for your KS Prelims. Whatever is left will be covered in Lucent GK. Lucent GK is a concise book, very concise book. Many people only study GK Lucent and they happen to qualify preliminary exams because it covers everything comprehensively, but the only thing is you need to mug it up. You cannot understand from Lucent GK. And obviously, in addition to all this, you need to study NCERTs from 7th to 10th standard for ancient and medieval history. Many people will tell you to study about modern, your geography from NCERTs. If you're covering all these 4 above, you don't need to go for NCERTs of these books. Then for current affairs, you need to go for Hindu newspaper. Any other newspaper, Indian Express will do. Or there are many apps available. We can make a video on those apps, very high utility applications, Android applications available. Then also, as an add-on, you can go for Yojana magazine, Kurukshetra magazine. This will also help you in answer writing in the mains examination. The cutoff, usually out of 450, you see the cutoff goes around 310 to 320. This has been the trend from the last couple of years. So it seems difficult. It seems that it's a very high cutoff. But considering the level and juxtaposing it with the Central Services examination or the Indian Administrative Services, you'll find that the preliminary paper is relatively easy. And taking the fact into consideration that most of the score is from the optional subjects. I know people. So this was about the preliminary exams. For the mains exam and for the interview stage, we'll be making subsequent videos. And we'll cover the mains exam comprehensively. We will cover the optional subjects. We will cover the general studies subjects, and we will give you a complete, comprehensive, detailed strategy about how to qualify the Kashmir Administrative Services exam. Kindly like and share this video if you find it useful. Share it with your friends, share it with the people who are working, share it with the people who are studying, who are not even thinking about this exam because they will maybe in the future they will want to. They find it difficult, so seeing this video and the subsequent videos, this will encourage them to delve into this arena. Thank you. Have a good day.